All right, let's look in a little bit more detail of exactly how to use these different attachments with the force board. So our tri-circle, remember, we're going to use that on the top of the board mostly. So, I'm going to position that into a hole, and then I can kind of turn this to get an exact position under my foot. So for this one, for example, would be like I'd want it under the ball of the lead foot. So if that's my foot, ball of the lead foot, I've got that little wing of the tri-circle right under there. You could do that same type of thing with the trail foot if you wanted to do that under the lead heel or wherever you might want to put that attachment. The green round kind of works the same way. You're just going to put that in, and then you're going to have your foot typically about halfway covering it, and that's going to give you a little bit of that wedge sensation, but also give you a lot of feedback of exactly where you're pushing on the ground. These yellow ones, like if I want to say, I always want my lead toe pointing there and my trail toe pointing there, and I want a little bit of flare in my feet on these, so I'm actually going to put this as a reference for where my heel is in both feet, and now I can have an exact position of exactly where I'm going to have my feet on the board every single time. We could also do that and say, hey, I want to work on ball position being right at that point off into the grass where I'm going to hit. So that's kind of some of the things we can do with those yellow pegs. Now, what's really cool here is we get to these ovals. Like if I want to set this up, so now I'm on the bottom of the board here, if I want to set this up as just a kind of two-plane balance board, I'm going to put those two right in the center. And then what I've got here is it's going to tilt back and forth, and it can cause kind of an unstable surface. You could stand with one foot in the middle or one on either side. A lot of different things you could do there. You want to make this really difficult, we can actually go right in the center, and now you actually have like a 360 wobble board. So now it can not only go side to side, but also front and back. So that's going to be probably your most difficult wobble board positioning on there. Other things that we can do here, like let's say I want to put these over here, and if I'm standing on this, now we've got a slant, so now we can actually do different ground force drills from a downhill lie, uphill lie, depending on the direction that you're standing on the board. We can use those green rounds on the bottom too to have a less severe amount of that. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of different cool things that you can do with these attachments and the ForceBoard Pro. We've come out with a ton of great protocols here for it, but we're actually really excited to see what you'll come up with as well. Have fun getting out there and building your speed from the ground up.